I'm really disappointed by Payday 3's launch, and I'm sure many of us are. I was someone who was very hyped and excited for the launch of Payday 3. I first got into Payday about 3 to 4 years ago, right in the middle of quarantine. Me and my friends would spend hours every day playing this game called Payday 2. We fell in love with it. The game was awesome. I mean, how many games allow you to rob banks? Sure, GTA 5 has some heists, but that's not the main focus point. My point being, this game was unique. This series was unique. You and a bunch of friends would get together and rob banks, rob people, go on these interesting adventures, so to speak. So when I realized Payday 3 was very near, I was extremely hyped. But forget about me. There's some people who have been fans of this series for like almost a decade now. I'm pretty much, you can consider me a noob, right? Just people who have been fans of Payday since 2013, 2014, 2015. So when we heard that Payday 3 was coming out, we were excited. Oh my god, man, we were hyped. And I was someone who got the early access because, I mean, I would like to say that I'm a hardcore fan of this series. You know, I've been a big fan for many years now. I've played pretty much a lot of the heist, man. I just love this game. I love this series. And the first 3 days the servers were great. You know what I mean? Which is a given. You know, the early access should be working, as there wasn't many people that were playing the game at the time. But on Thursday, September 21st, when this game released, all hell broke loose. This game has been struggling so hard with the matchmaking servers. And this is because of this really stupid design. I don't know who is responsible for this. I don't know if it's a higher up at Starbreeze, you know, whoever the hell it may be. The decision to keep a game like Payday online only for every single thing was one of the biggest blunders they could have done, honestly. Because a game like this, of course, it's online based, right? You're gonna play with your friends. You're gonna, be doing this stuff. But if the online doesn't even work, what's the point? Whenever I and many others had heard this decision, we were against it from the very beginning. No, this game shouldn't be online only because that just creates so much room for error and so much room for risk. And we're seeing the fruits of that decision, be reaped in front of us. The matchmaking has been broken since Thursday, since the official release of the game, not the early access, like the actual release. The game has been broken pretty much when it comes to servers matchmaking, like actually getting into a game, which sucks because I really do think this game is amazing. This game is really good. It really is. It's everything that was good in Payday 2 on crack. This is the sequel that we needed for Payday 2. You know what I mean? It has all the best components of Payday 2. It takes out the bad shit of Payday 2, but it adds on to it. Stealth is completely amazing. I was always one of those stealth guys in Payday 2. So, seeing the type of treatment stealth has been given in Payday 3 just makes my heart warm, man. I love it. But it sucks that I can't even play the game sometimes. Right? If I'm trying to do a loud heist, not even with randoms, with my friends who I know, who we know that we're gonna get on, I don't know, let's say at 5 p.m. And we know we're gonna get on and play 99 boxes. And despite us being on the same page and everything, the game is not working. We can't even invite each other and get into a heist. It takes a solid 5 minutes on a good day for us to get into a heist. But that's for other people. If I'm playing by myself, right, and I'm trying to solo stealth something, I don't know, let's say I'm trying to solo stealth Dirty Ice, right, on overkill difficulty. Me playing by myself, getting into a match takes at least 5 minutes. Again, on a good day. Which doesn't make sense. The servers should not be struggling this hard, and this makes me sad and worried for the game itself, right? Forget our experience, right? People who are certified fans of the series, who despite all the bullshit are still going to stay and play the game or whatever after everything has been fixed. What about the newcomers? What about the people who are experiencing the series for the first time? They haven't played Payday 2. They didn't play Payday the Heist, whatever. And this is their first, look or glimpse at the series. Like, I've heard so many people are like legitimately just refunding the game because it just doesn't work. And it's sad because this was the first game in a while, maybe like besides Elden Ring, that everybody was kind of hyped for, and thought that, alright, there's really no way that they could mess this up. You know what I mean? Like, how do you mess this up so badly? But no, they did mess it up. And what we see is a byproduct of, I don't know if it's carelessness, I don't know what it is, to be honest with you, but Starbreeze needs to get their shit together, and they need to fix this matchmaking issue. Because, quite honestly, it's killing the game. It really is. Again, the game itself is good. Like, I legitimately enjoy every aspect of this game. The stealth is amazing. The loud gameplay is amazing. Fighting feels so much more alive now. Like, I can feel the bullets hitting the enemies. It's so much more alive. It doesn't feel like, I wouldn't say dead, but it doesn't feel lifeless like Payday 2 did, right? Love that game, but that game had issues, but whatever. That game is 10 years old. This game just came out like 4 days ago. It shouldn't have, this amount of issues. It shouldn't be struggling this hard, this early into the life cycle. It really shouldn't. And again, it's sad because, I don't want to go into a tirade of, oh, modern gaming, AAA gaming is horrible, fuck AAA gaming. But, I mean, is this helping the case? It's not. This is for the sake of Payday itself. If Starbreeze wants people to actually play this game and enjoy it, because again, the veterans, right? The people who are already fans of the series, despite all the BS that's happening, once everything's fixed, they're most likely gonna come back, right? But what about the newcomers? The newcomers, this is their first time experiencing the series, and their experience is being destroyed because of these shitty decisions. Like, I don't know whose idea it was to make this game online only. That in itself, like, this is not a game that's necessarily meant to be online only. You know what I mean? This is not like GTA Online or something. There's so many scenarios, or like, if people want to play solo, let them play solo, right? And we know this was supposed to be a feature originally, because if you debug it, right, which I'm sure not everybody's gonna do, obviously, but there's been some reports that people found a kind of like offline crime net type mode when they looked into the game files. And we know this is true because, I mean, look at the tutorials, right? The tutorial heights are completely offline. You can do them whenever you want, wherever you want, etc. And they're offline, obviously, because they're tutorials, and they keep track of your progress. The whole issue about people not cheating and, increasing their money or level or whatever, or having crossplay work, I don't think that's a justifiable reason for the type of stuff that we're seeing, right? Because I'm a big fan of crossplay as well. I want to be able to play with people who are on consoles as well, right? But if the normal multiplayer isn't working, right, from PC to PC or from console to console, what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, and again, this sucks because this game is good. It's not bad. I literally have no issues gameplay wise. I really don't. Like, the gameplay is great, the stealth is amazing, the music is awesome, the story, it's not like really like a main point, and it never has been in Payday, but the story is unique. It's nice. It's nice little something to keep track of. You know what I mean? I enjoy watching the cutscenes before and after every heist. Everything in the actual package is good, except the matchmaking, the stuff that you would least expect not to work. And of course, like small quality of life issues, like not being able to unready, or there's no jukebox, or you can't pre-plan heists anymore. That stuff, that they can change that later. You know what I mean? They can fix that later. At least have the game work, man. At least have the game be able to run heists normally. You know what I mean? This makes, like, XP farming annoying. Like, Ashton, what's that shit called? Yeah, Dirty Ice, right? The Ashton Jewelry heist. I can complete that heist in like under 5 minutes, right? To get XP for my skill points or whatever. But getting into the heist itself takes like 4 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, it shouldn't be like that. I don't know, man. I hope at least I can look back in maybe like a month or two and see that they did fix this issue, because they really need to change this, man. They really need to bring an offline mode to Payday 3, because if they don't, it's just not gonna work out. That's all. Have a good one, ladies and gentlemen.